Hello and welcome to the 90-Minute Fever Twitch stream. I am Steve, I am manager of Strictly Butterside Up, and I am joined as always by Con, who is the manager of Athens Owls, and by Nick, who is the lead developer of 90-Minute Fever. In today's stream, as always, we will be reviewing the season, and we'll be testing your knowledge with our end-of-season quiz. Before we get into it, as ever, just give people a few minutes just to join in and get on with the stream. Con, just see, how did your season go?
Yeah, I think I've had the best season so far. I guess I've made it quite vocal by now. After 22 seasons, I finally won the title, so I'm very happy. Fireworks everywhere. Yeah, and kudos to you as well. You did well as well, as I know.
Yeah, very pleased. Yeah, I had a good season. I had a bad start and really good recovery. So yeah, really pleased with that. So it's nice. But congratulations, mate. That's your first title, I think, isn't it? First league title.
My first league title. So now I have one of each. I've won both domestic cups once, and this was the only thing missing. So now, I guess I've done all the domestic ones. Now it's for the big ones, for the Sons Parale and the lot.
Yeah,
but I guess I need to thank Nick for leaving the FA, because without him I'd probably not win it. But yeah,
you never know, mate. He might have just closed his team down because he was worried they were over the hill or something, mate. So yeah,
maybe
could just be the coward's way out. Who knows? Okay.
Didn't AK Athens win the Greek League for the first time in?
Yeah, so
nobody knows how long as well this season.
Yeah, it's really funny because they also celebrated their league the day I also won it mathematically. And the funny thing is that AK Ike, they also had like 20 years without a title. I think maybe like 23 years without a title. So
even longer than you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think that's given people enough time to join. So, right, let's get on with the show. Let me take you through the format of the show for any of you new guys out there. What we do is we'll start with a review of the season. Con and I will have a quick look at each FA, at the top divisions and the cups, see who's won the silverware this year and any other notable things we notice. And we'll do this in a few parts. So we'll do maybe 5 of the FAs to start with. Then what we'll do is we'll move on to part 1 of our quiz. We'll continue after that with the second part of our review. Then move on to second part of the quiz. And we'll then have a look at the inter-FA comps, see who's won the big ones this season. And a quick look at the youth competitions as well. And then we will finish off the quiz. So that's the general format of the show. Hopefully you'll all get involved in the quiz. I'll just say this now, and we'll remind you of this when we come to part 1. But if you want to get involved in the quiz, all of the answers to the questions need to be typed into the quiz tab. Now, any new users probably won't have that by default. But if you can see my screen here, it's tab here. So to add that in, you click the plus button over here. Join the channel. I think you can, if you just type in quiz there and then click join, which will be replacing that create button. So hopefully you will all join in. I believe, as we can see, sitting there at the top of the list, Cheese is the current champion. So it'll be interesting to see if he can defend his title, because I think he's won the last 2. So someone needs to try and get that Q icon off him. Right, let's make a start on the season review. So Con, let's take a little look in the overview. We'll start, as always, we'll do it in alphabetical order. Sorry, not in alphabetical order, in time order. So we'll start from the early bird FA.
Yeah.
This is the smallest FA in the game. So I don't know, what is it, 3 or 4 seasons old now? Borussia Teeth were the holders last season. And
it's also the riskiest FA to be in, because it might be easy. There's not a lot of competition, but if you fail, if you drop, in the bottom half, you might get punished. And get
the reputation difference is huge, isn't it? So it's like this is a gambler's FA. If you're confident you're going to come in the top few, it's well worth doing because you can get that SP Cup spot. But if you do worse than expected, you could really affect your income, couldn't you? Because your reputation for finishing lower down isn't great. So it's like you say, it's a bit of a gambler's FA, I think, this one. So but well done to Lax and Dynamo 3. I'm pretty certain that's Lax's first league title, so he's going to be pretty pleased with that, I think. I think Lax's are, for those of you who don't normally listen, he's one of the quiz contenders usually. So he's won something different this time. He's won the league title rather than just the Q icon. So I'm sure he's probably a bit happy with that. So well done to Lax. NHAC KV gave him a decent run for their money, along with Pork Chop Express, 85 points each. But 97's pretty convincing win. Fat and the Furious just edge out Rob Rao's Robert FC Arnhem and Palmeiras. So actually he's pretty at the top. A lot of points being gained. He's a very top-heavy FA. A few points back to unusually named. I think this might be one of Roy's teams. Deep Fried Mars Bars, who both got over 70 points. So well done to them. It's a decent season, but well done to Lax. Very good effort. Okay, so who won the cups this season? So Borussia Teeth had a great season last season. They won both. I assume they moved FA because I can't see them there. NHAC KV, they well, that's a big win in the final. It looks like they were deserved winners. Maybe the scoreline a little harsh, but 4-0 in the final, and that make up for their disappointment of finishing runners-up in the league. But cup title for them, and looks like damage was done first half. So tough one.
They beat Robert to 4th place, and they beat him also in the cup final.
Yes, Although I think they climbed at this point. I think they were 4th, but I think they ended up 2nd. I think, but he was quite close.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, he ended up 2nd. Yeah.
So well done to NHAC KV, and the community trophy is held by Pork Chop Express, who I think came 3rd, and the Fat and the Furious, who I think they might have come 4th, but they have been upset by Deep Fried Mars Bars, who were a little bit lower in the table. I think I did mention them. And pretty even game. But second half goal from Mattia Giorgi. We'll go with that. Fullback gives them the title. So congratulations to them. It's always good to get a trophy in the cabinet. So that's a quick look at the Early Bird FA. Because it takes so long, obviously, to go. We can't, unfortunately, we'd love to go through every single division. We tried to do this in the first couple of times we did the Twitch show, and it just took so long. So we have to just stick to the top divisions for any guys who are hoping to get mentions from a bit lower down. But just have something to aim for. Get yourself up the divisions and hopefully get mentioned. Templeton Peck and the A team have retained their title in the early morning FA. Schwarzer Son have given a very, very good run for their money there. It's a pretty tight finish and a very good goal difference. So they'll probably be a bit disappointed not to quite get over the line there. I don't know. Know the details of whether there was a late season winner or something like that. Someone dropped points, but looks like the A team did the job with their last win there with a 2-1 win at Guiseley.
Yeah, I think you need a little bit of luck sometimes. I think you need skill to get into the top 4. But afterwards, you also need a little bit of luck, you need
things to go your way, don't you? As a, to win things. I think you definitely need that little bit of luck along with skill. It's definitely makes a difference.
Because here, for example, it was just 2 points. So if one win had been a loss, or if one draw had been a win, so I think it needs skill to get in the top 3 or top 4. But then you need a little bit of, maybe a little bit of luck. Just for that extra mile, I think. A bit of luck.
I think that's a fair comment. So fill in the other SP Cup spaces. AFC Lowestoft, good tight battle for this actually. AFC Lowestoft and FC Juventus just got over the line ahead of Balkan United and Faithful Word. So that's a pretty good battle for the top 4 there. sure the teams in 5th and 6th will be a little disappointed to miss out, but yeah, a little gap to the likes of the team that I can never pronounce, and Gaisley and Fetchies, who's a little bit further back. But yeah, so we're not even going to attempt it this time. That team finished 7th. We'll go with that. So
it's the Reds. It's the Reds.
Ah, the Red team.
Red
yes.
something. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Red team wins.
Win team wins.
Yeah,
I think you tell us that every time, and we forget every time.
It is. Actually, every time.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. One of these days, I'll remember that. Okay, so we write the FA Cup. AFC Lowestoft to finished 3rd, I think. Won the cup last season. Another runner-up who's got the got a cup as a consolation. So that's a little bit of a consolation for Schwartz's son, who just missed out on the title. Second half goal wins here. Very, very tight game. Quite a defensive game. Looks like Balkan really had a good last 10 minutes. Really had a go at them. Perhaps that was a professional foul in the last minute to keep the scoreline levels. Who knows? Well done to Schwartz's son. Unlucky to Darko and Balkan. Sorry, Con.
I mean, no, it was very tight, as you say, but I just noticed, contrary to the tight game, their formations were quite attacking. I mean, they had quite a lot of players going up. But of course, that could have been at any point of the game.
Yeah,
maybe,
it can change changes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Balkan just missed out on the cup and the top 4, actually, so a bit disappointed with that, I'm sure. Community trophy. There we go.
He got it.
Some consolation. So he's actually had a very, very good season. He's two cup finals, one of which he's won, and just missed out on the top 4. So pretty successful for Balkan United. And Steve Ball has developed very, very nicely in our game, hasn't he? And he's a good striker to be reckoned with in this game.
He should be 30 now. How old is he? Or maybe no. Maybe he's.
I don't know actually. Yeah, 31. So he's still banging them in though. So good player. Very good. Yeah, it looks like it deserved that. It looks like very, very tight game in the 90 minutes, and had to go to extra time. And I think it's fair to say Darko's probably edged that. It looks like it's just about on top. So unlucky to Feta Cheese. Well done to Darko for that one. Okay, let's have a look. Late morning FA. Okay, Ristic United were the holders. And look how close that is. Wow. I think it's only just happened. Yeah. It's only just happened. Rossonero have just secured the title. So I actually had a I had a quick look earlier before we started to see, and I noticed Universal Imports were top. I didn't actually notice that Rossonero had obviously not finished their game, so they've snuck in and taken the title.
Whoa, wait a second. Inter Your Mama needs 2 more matches, and they're third. No, they
can't
needed 1
quite do it, but I suspect they're probably going to knock Tino out of the top 4. Unless they have a disastrous last couple of games. So I'm guessing they're playing some of the lower teams. Yeah, it's got to be lower than them anyway. So, so they've got to stand a decent chance of getting the point they need. So well done to Rossonero. That's quite a few titles he's won. So Danny will be pleased with that. Very unlucky to Sterlo and Universal Imports, who have just missed out on goal difference. Heartbreaking late.
I wonder when they scored that second goal. If it was in the last minute.
Should we have a very? We'll have a very. Very quick look on it. Yeah, let's have a look. Well, they had to come from behind. Put it that way. So
they were behind. They were behind. Yeah.
Okay. So well done to Rossonero. Unlucky to Universal Imports, but second place and SP Cup, because I think they missed out the last couple of seasons, so they'll be happy with that. Pretty competitive at the top of this division. Last year's champions down in 7th, for example. Well done to Guernsey Kiwis, who are regular contenders near the top, and Bootlace, who I suspect are probably going to just miss out in the SP Cup, but it's a good season for Tino, not too far off the action there.
Yeah.
Into Your Mama, probably going to end up 3rd, I'd guess, but we shall see. Decent season for Murray's Mints as well, 66 points, and Ristic probably be a little disappointed down in 7th, ahead of Side Catine, Spartans, and HK. He
had a lot of draws. That's what I think was the problem. He had 11 draws.
Probably cost him a little bit there, I think. Okay, I'm sure he'll bounce back next season. FA Cup, Guernsey Kiwis were the holders, and Rossonero have done the double. So they have beaten Warren's South Shields in the final, and looks fairly. Yeah, it looks like they were the better team.
South Shields is Division 2 team as well. So I guess they were the underdogs here.
I should think they come up, judging by their position there. So it'll be interesting to see if they find themselves in the top division next season. But well done to Danny and Rossonero, the double. It's never easy to do. Community Trophy. Mystic United won that one as well last season. Right. Another runners-up who have got a cup in the bag to at least give them something to a little consolation, I guess. Had to contend with scored an early goal and had to contend with an early injury, but it looks like a late winner from Marcus Allback. Wins it, and you
nice.
see,
wow.
You see Murray's Mints have gone for it to try and get back in the game later on. And close game. I'm guessing that attacking against defence towards the end, by the looks of things, which is probably how it should be. So well done to Stylo and Universal Imports. Okay. I think that was the late morning done. Right, let's listen to you for a minute, Con, because this is the one you know about, and try and keep a smug grin off your face while you're talking about
it. No. Okay, look, the truth is, I was very lucky. I mean, I did finish first, but I did lose from Game of Thrones. I did lose from Minotaurs. I did lose from Redoxia, and I did lose from Neos Cosmos. So actually, I lost from all the top teams. So all the big matches, all the derbies, I've lost at least one of them from each of these guys. But what did I do? I just focused on beating everyone I need to beat. So all the lower teams, I didn't do any slip-ups. So I beat everyone I had to beat. I could afford to lose 2-3 matches. That's what I did. I lost 6 matches in total. And but I need to say that, yes, I was lucky. Game of Thrones was very good. We were going point, was like 2-3 points difference throughout the whole competition, and I did lose from him as well. So I understand the frustration. You are better than me, but I was a bit luckier this time. I was a bit luckier in this season.
I think you're being a bit modest, Con. I think over a season, I think you've got, like you say, things can go your way, but they can go against you other seasons, can't they? So it's I think you've got to be very pleased with that. Over a 38-game season, the team that wins the league usually deserves to win the league, I think. So,
I think, look, if you're gonna slip over a team, it's better to slip over the second team, so you don't feel that bad if you lose in the end, than if you slip from the 20th spot, because then it's going to be a shame if you lost the league because you lost to the 20th. But just to quickly go through everyone, Game of Thrones, amazing year. Minotaurs improved a lot since last time he finished third. It's his highest finish
only
yet.
6 points off you, actually. So.
Yeah. And Minotaurs, the only reason why he didn't do that well last season is because he was focusing on the intercoms. But this time he focused on the league and he finished third. Redoxia had a bumpy start. His goal was always to finish in the 4th spot, so he'll be happy with that. And Neos Cosmos, a bit of a deja vu with last season. He was 15th in the beginning, but then he started to go to climb, and but this time he didn't climb all the way to the 1st spot. He only climbed up to the 5th spot. So congratulations to everyone else. All the other teams, they were also very difficult to beat. Had a lot of 1-0s, and I know that, for example, VOD beat Neos Cosmos. That helped me a lot at some point, So
good stuff. Okay.
I can go on 4 hours, so I'll stop.
You got to be happy when you win your first title, though.
I'm very happy.
I bet that's a great effort. Good effort from the likes of Hardly Mexico and Local Devils and Team RB, who weren't a million miles off as well. So well done to them. Let's see who's won your competition. Look at Neos Cosmos' season last season. Wow. But you nearly won the double, Con. Not quite.
I nearly won the double. Yeah. Redoxia had a really good cup run, and yeah, and there's nothing much to say. I did start very well. You know, I scored the first minute. Karembe was the only signing I did this season. He did fantastically. He helped me a lot during the second half of the league. But that goal was not enough. Maybe I got a bit confident. Maybe I said, yeah, okay, let's just just defend now or something, And then he scored 2 goals, and towards the end I started to go all attack. I was missing a left side midfielder, so that's why you see it's a bit asymmetrical.
A bit wonky, there.
Yeah. But Radox, he went defensively, and he
just closed the game out. Yeah,
and he was actually better than me. That's he had like 24 shots. I had 14. So,
looks like he probably a deserved winner there. I think, to be fair.
Yeah.
Denied you the double. What season that would have been, Con? But I think you're probably pretty satisfied with the title. Well done to Gavin Redoxia, who have got the cup in their cabinet. Okay. And Community Trophy, another one of Neos Cosmos's many trophies. So the another trophy for.
So Minotaurs will be pleased with this. He did finish 3rd, which is I think his highest position in the league, and he did win the Community Trophy. So he did well in both competitions. So well done.
Pretty successful season for them as well. So some good stories from URFA. So well done to Minotaurs. Good trophy in the cabinet. Right, let's have a look at the late afternoon FA. Right, Division 1. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see who the holders were. So Spurs FC, Odenswil won it last season, and I did receive a quick mail message from one of the guys on this one, just to tell me what had been going on, and said it was pretty much pretty much a 4-horse race. He said they were quite a lot clear, pretty much. So it's pretty clear early on who was going to get in the top 4. I think Control Alt Delete probably had their eyes on something else we'll talk about later. He said that No Fucks Given were probably deserved champions. Did well. Just ground away and we kept winning when other teams were dropping points, and in the end 10 points clear, so more than deserved, I'm sure. Great effort from Midnight Oil, runners up. It's a really, really good effort, and I think he said he just overtook O Maestro towards the end, who probably were deserved runners up. But I think you deserve it if you get more points, you deserve it. So well done to them. So I think that might be one of Costa's teams, isn't it, O Maestro? So I'm not sure, but good effort from them. And the previous champions, Spurs FC, still snuck back into the top 4 in the end, but sounds like it was a done deal from early on. Yosha mentioned that Gecko United made a great recovery from all sorts of trouble early on in the season, and also mentioned a great debut season for Hucknall Town, who this is their first season in the top flight, and they did really well, so he thought they deserved a mention. Skippy, obviously, not far off with Anderlecht as well. So some good teams towards the top of this one, with Comfortably Numb and Shadowhunters in there as well. So looks like an interesting season. So congratulations to No Fuchs Given. Right, let's see who the FA Cup winners were. And hell of a season for Hucknall Town, because they have gone and nailed the FA Cup as well. Looks like this game could have gone either way. So Liberty United, I think, is that Speedy's team? I think it might be Speedy's team. Maybe that could have gone either way by the look of it. Early injury probably hasn't helped them out here, so they've had to waste one of their subs. Looks like the game could have gone either way.
The truth is that his last sub was done on the 50th minute, so he had to go for a whole second half without making any subs. So maybe that could have cost him, as you said.
And Hucknall Town have gone proper defensive afterwards. There you go, no strikers towards the end. So try and make sure you hold on to that cup win. So well done to Hucknall Town. I think, is that Steve Cred? I think I may be wrong, but I think that's well done to them. Congratulations, which I think that might be their first trophy. Apologies if I'm incorrect. Right, let's have a look. Spurs were the holders of the Community Trophy, and
again
they got to the final again, Hucknall Town. So what a season! Maestro, so a good Cup for another one for Costa in there, Maestro. Looks like probably just about deserved. Scoreline looks a bit harsh, but I'm guessing they probably went on the attack towards the end and got a couple of late goals when they went behind by the look of it. So looks like a good game, this one. So congratulations to Costa.
And Hucknall is a new user, you said?
Yeah, I don't think they've been around too long. So let's have a little look as we've just been saying it. And see, it is Steve Cred. Yes, I thought that was right. So that's probably in his 5th season or 6th season now. So he's got the FA Cup in his cabinet now. So I'm sure he'll be very pleased with that. All right. So well done to everyone in that FA. Should we do what we'll do one more before we start the quiz? Just this one off. Yeah. TFA, one of the tougher ones. This is I'm very, very pleased with that, obviously.
Congratulations. And it's your 2nd title in a row? Or is this the 3rd one?
No, 2nd. I'm very, very pleased to retain my title. Didn't look like I was getting anywhere near it to start with, to be quite honest. I had a really dodgy start, and I can't remember who it was, Frankie or someone said, what were you playing at? I was sitting there in about 11th or 12th, I think, and he said, you're not doing much of a job of defending your title. So obviously that spurred me on. I just had a bit of a shocker. I also lost my first 3 games or something like that in the SP Cup, so I was pretty much out of that before I started. So I just had a really poor start to the season, but gradually recovered and put on a really good run. Rico looked like he had it in the bag quite.
Wow!
So
1 point,
and I don't think he. I don't think he faded that badly. I think it's just the run I had towards the end of the season was fairly relentless and hauled him in eventually. But Rico's still ahead of me on titles, so I've still got to catch him up. Nice. Very, very pleased with that. Unlucky to Rico, just he put a great season together as usual. Just edged him this time, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes next season. Good competition for the SP Cup places, actually. Chris won his last 2 or 3 of his last games to get 3rd spot. At one point, he was predicted top of the league, actually. He was.
I think he did very well last season as well. I think he's getting better and better, maybe.
Yeah, they're definitely. He's definitely. Competing for the top 4 quite often now, and like I say, I think he had one of those runs where you you just go on a really crazy good run, and then you just then you can buy a win for a few games, and
offensively, his attacking power is good. It's better than yours actually. Enrico's he scored 91 goals. He just needs to work on his defense a bit.
Yeah, it does look that way. Yeah, I agree. And on the I should also give Catenaccio a very big mention because they have they've been there or thereabouts. I think they've finished 6th or 7th 3 or 4 seasons in a row, and they've just finally taken the step into the top 4. So congratulations to them for just making it. And a bit unlucky to Shedikus, who looked like they were going to get top 4 most of the season. You can see by their goal difference they've been pretty good this season, and they just came up short. A bit of a poor run, sort of late on in the season, has cost him in the end. Some good performances behind as well. Sloven and Villalobos are usually there or thereabouts these days. Yeah. New team came in, Nijordem, who've come from one of the other leagues and made a reasonable debut in sort of chasing SP Cup spots with Edinburgh, and as ever, CSKA are the top scorers in the league, but they concede a hell of a lot as well. So it's all-out attack. And should mention this league is a very, very competitive league, and should mention Jumbo, who finished 4th last season, have just slipped through the. Just finished 4th bottom this year, and it's just one of those. Maybe probably overachieved a little bit last season, and this year it's just probably luck's deserted them a little bit. You can tell by their goal difference; they've just drawn too many games and just slipped down.
Yes.
And congratulations.
I think it's a good tell. Yeah, it's a good sign. The goal difference. I always look at the goal difference. So yeah, you can see whether he underperformed or overperformed by looking at the goal difference. And by the looks of it, maybe he could have finished mid-table by the looks of it. With the goal difference.
I think so. Yeah, he's probably just one of those seasons where things didn't quite go for you. And last season, I'm guessing it was the other way around, if you know what I mean. So one of those. Good seasons from the likes of Derby and Worthies, who are sort of settling themselves in the division now and doing well. And a couple of the promoted sides stayed up as well, which is not that easy in this division. So a little mention to Little People and Ray Sides, who have avoided it, and that's what you can try and build from. And unlucky to S4FC and Masha, who came up, and they're going to have to try and bounce back along with Philippe Astieri. So sorry to go on about this one a little bit longer, but obviously you know a little bit more about it when you're in the league. So it's
of course.
Yeah. Okay. So FA Cup, Crash United won a shock trophy last season because they are a Division 2 side, always near the top of Division 2, but they haven't quite made it up to the top division yet, and they are the holders. And they hell of a final here between Pavel and Frankie. I predicted this beforehand that it was going to be goals in this one because every time I play both of these, it ends up about 3-3 or something ridiculous. Sometimes even higher. I think I've ended up 5-5 against Pavel before.
It's a crazy scoreline, and just look what happened there on the 20th minute. It was goal for each every 3 minutes. It was like ping pong, it was like crazy. Yeah, I
think that's what you get when you get the two attacking formations. They're just going at it the whole game, and they've got so many good attacking players. If you look at their lineups,
very attractive football. I like these matches. Very nice. I should have watched it. Very nice.
So it looks like a really good game, and it looks like the late winner from Sung. Jane Yu Sung got the winner for Frankie, so we'd be very pleased with that, I'm sure. So congratulations to him. Unlucky to Pavel, only just missed out on that one. Okay, let's have a look at the community trophy. And Loris was the holder of this one. And special mention to the finalists here. I think the winner of this was going to take home their first trophy, I believe. So Wonder Kids captured. They were probably really downhearted last season as they got relegated, and this season they bounced straight back up, and they've got a cup in the bank, and that's the second season in a row a Division 2 side has won the cup. So it shows how strong the top.
It has a lot of depth.
It does, yeah. It's difficult to stay in the top division, I think, in CFA. So it's fun. And unlucky to Mr. Market and Little People, who were probably the better side in this final by the look of it. But at the end, Martin Jr., I think, is Wonder Kids manager, and he's got his nose in front and held on. So congratulations to them.
Well done.
Okay, right. I think that'll do for the first part of the roundup because we do need to get on with the first part of the quiz. So we'll pop back here. Just a reminder, guys, on the quiz, only the answers in the quiz tab will count for the answers in the question. Anything in this world tab won't count. So your answer has to be here, and it's the first one that appears on my my stream here. So good luck to everybody. As I say, Cheese is the champion, Let's hand over to Nick.
Okay, so this is the first part of the quiz. There's 3 parts to the quiz. The first part is club football, so all the sort of general football knowledge stuff, and all the answers are related to club football. The second part is, again, it's general knowledge, but the answers are related to national team football. And then the third part is a Who Am I type quiz section where all the answers are Reborn Legend players who were added into the game this month, and in particular that last section, it has like a point scale where you get drip fed clues, and it starts with lots of points. So potentially there is scope that a lot of points can be gained in that last part potentially. So even if you don't have any points going into the last round, you can still win it. And in fact, I believe twice in the past that has been the case. So with no further ado, we'll get on with it. So the first part is club football. And the first question is Juventus have won the most Coppa Italias, which is 12. Which team is second in the all-time list for Coppa Italia wins? Just somebody's commented on the quiz chat.
I see your audio is low.
Very low. Is it low for you guys?
No, it's fine.
It sounds fine to me, but if anyone else notices that, Cheese has got straight in there, I believe. I think the answer is Roma, is it not?
The answer is Roma. Yeah, was it Cheese? Okay.
That is a very quick start from Cheese, the current holder.
So Cheese has 1 point, and he's winning.
Cheese. All right.
Okay, next question. Who is the only player born before 1960 to score a Premier League hat-trick?
Not too many answers
that
flying
seems to
this
stop
time. It
people.
stopped everyone.
Yeah, you need
There
a
we
lot of
go.
knowledge.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got it. Wow.
All right, I don't know who this is, but I
Marshmallow
like the name. Good work.
I think, is he going to be Marshmallow Man?
I think we'll go with that. Yeah, Marshmallow Man.
Next question. Which club has spent the most seasons in the Bundesliga, which was formed in 1963, without winning the title?
So to be clear, they may have won it before 1963, before it was the Bundesliga, but they haven't won it since. It's not a super quick one, this one either. Let's see if someone gets it. Oh, Cheese and his Google powers is that again? I don't know. Well done, Cheese. He's got his second point on the board.
Next question. Who, up until Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo surpassed him, was the all-time top scorer in the Spanish La Liga? I didn't know this.
No, I didn't actually.
You think
I had to look this one up.
You would, but
I think you need some local knowledge for this one, probably.
Any Spanish users out there today?
Well, La Liga is one of the most popular leagues, so I'm guessing lots of people are following it.
not enough apparently.
Yeah, no one's got it yet. I was wondering at the time whether it was advertised as the guy was passed or anything like that, but I don't remember hearing about him. I have to admit, I remember hearing about Messi and Ronaldo.
Wait, there we go. Jens got it.
Jens gets a point. So
there we go.
I don't actually even know who this player is. I've never even heard of. Do you even know how it's pronounced, Steve? Is it Shara?
No, I don't know.
It's a name.
Yes, Zara.
It's a Basque name. I'm not sure how you.
Okay.
I don't even know how you actually pronounce his name because I've never heard of who it is.
I'm just thinking of the fashion brand. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
the fashion brand's got one R.
Maybe.
Well, I could be wrong. Do you know, Steve?
I have no idea, mate. What I do know is I think we need this guy in the game. That's what I think.
Probably.
Sounds like a plan. All right, I'll nominate him this month.
Okay.
So, next question. Which two Premier League players have scored penalties with both feet? Now, to clarify, I presume this isn't with both feet at the same time.
It's just one left-footed and one right-footed.
So, two separate penalties.
Yeah.
Okay. And I assume it's also in the Premier League itself as well. Right?
Yeah. So from '93 onwards, or what are you going to say?
The fact that nobody's got one yet makes me think that it could be a while until somebody gets both.
Yeah, we're going to have to start giving clues out on this one, maybe.
Zamora, there's one of them.
There you go. So who's got that first? Is it Zap? I think just beat Gabriel to it.
Yeah,
Don't
Zap.
think anyone's got it earlier than that, have they? Let's have a quick look. Nope. Well done, Zap. Just got it ahead of Gabriel and Rogue.
Oh, and then Gabriel.
Martins, yeah.
So it's Bobby Zamora and Obafemi Martins.
Yeah, and Rogue Hallahan has got Martins first, I think. Yep. Here you go.
Oh, Rogue got first, did he?
So I reckon Rogue and Gabriel were Googling the same area here, actually. So looking at that.
Okay, Rogue gets the point. Okay.
Okay. So that's the end of the first phase, and I think the only bit of controversy was just then. So hopefully, can you quickly recap the points so that people can
Yeah.
you can be ended right now and everybody knows where they stand.
Yeah, so Cheese leads the way with 2 points. Then we've got Marshmallow Man, Jens, Zap, and Rogue with 1 point each.
Excellent.
It's very open.
Frankie, I'm not suggesting people cheat. I'm suggesting they're using tools that happen to be available, and we can't prove that they're not. But yes, right. Thanks, Nick. We'll come back to part 2 of the quiz shortly. Now let's take a look at the rest of the season review. Okay. Right, so we've done the first 6, so we're over halfway. You'll be delighted to know. Next one up is the early evening FA, and Robins Real Turgid are the current holders. And he has been beaten to the title this season by Nige's Railpool United. So I think Railpool were in the PTFA, so they transferred over. So they've got some instant success there, and just taken Robin down by a couple of points. So not much in it, but obviously just done enough. Looks like a good title race with Jens and Woodburn not too far back either. Yep, so well done to them. And Hulkbuster get the 4th place, so congratulations to them. I don't know if they've had top 4 before, so if they haven't, well done to them for getting there. Frankie and Two Sheds just missed out, as well as Alliance. And yeah, they went too far back either, so they're probably just about in the ballpark, but not quite made it. So well done to the teams that made the top 4, especially to Nige for winning the title.
Yeah, I think we know most of these teams there. Quite.
Yeah, so it's a good strong FA. This one, I think, all the particularly the evening ones do tend to have a lot of because they're more popular. There's more teams, weight of numbers. They do tend to have a good size at the top. So let's have a look. The Cup final. Adams Blades have been beaten by Nige. So Nige's actually won the double here. So that's a hell of a successful start in your new FA. Don't know if he's doing a bit of FA hopping or if this is his new home. But either way, he's made a good start here. So looks like they the scoreline very, very harsh by the look of it. But looks like they would deserve winners. But 5-1 seems a little bit harsh. So just one of those days for Blades by the look of things. So congratulations to Nige for taking the cup.
And Blades is Division 2 team. I always thought they were in Division 1.
I think if they are, they must have changed FA. I think he must have moved over. He did. He was in the TFA previously, so I don't know I can't remember if it was last season or not that he moved over. So that's probably why he's not on the top. So I suspect he's probably come up. I think so. Interesting to see how he gets on next season. That was the FA Cup. The Community Trophy, Jens is the holder of this one, and Robin makes up for his disappointment for not winning the league, but he does get the Community Trophy. Any trophy is a good consolation, so I think I'm always happy if I've got something in the cabinet at the end of the season, so I can imagine Robin's pretty happy with that. Looks like he deserved the win over Flames, who are Division 2 side, so that's a good effort to get to the final there. Shows there's a decent amount of strength in that as well. So congratulations to Robin to come from a goal behind and did the job in extra time. So well done to them. So that is the early evening FA. Okay, prior time FA, generally recognised as the most difficult FA, and finally Gabriel has done the job and go over the line, because I think he's been trying. I'm just going to have a quick check of this, so I'm sure I talked about this last month. I think he's won plenty of cups and things, but
I'm sure he's won it.
I don't think he has. So I think he always just misses out on the league. So look,
there's
a lot of top 4s without. So he won the qualifying league, but
he's won
second,
so many trophies, and I always had in my mind that he was that he must have won it before, but no. Yeah. Okay.
So he's nearly always top 4 or 5, but hasn't got over the line. So he's probably been cursing his luck a few times. But
well done.
But well so I want to say congratulations to Gabriel for getting over the line there. It's I'm sure it's very, very pleasing when you get your first league title in the bag, as you well know, Con. So even though he's there or thereabouts for quite a while, Andy's denied him a couple of times, I know. And this season it's Gabriel's turn to have the last laugh, and Andy has to settle for second. Looks like a decent title race again. Huish I think Huish were. I don't know if they played more games, but they were definitely top with at one point in the season. So Paul's come in third there, and Lego's Rizla Rovers have nicked that fourth spot, just edging out Yaboa Constrictors, Torino Calcio, who are usually up there, and another legendary Croata who are usually up there. A few points back is Cheese and Ryan's teams. Like I say, this is a very, very strong league, and if you can stay in this division, you've done all right. It's you can see how tight it's, like the TFA as well. It's very, very tight. Teams have got decent amount of points, but not much in it, and just a point here and there makes the difference.
It looks very intimidating. It's very competitive.
Scary league, that one. Just very quickly, just because I said a word and it's quite a tight. Just thought this was worth mentioning. PTFA 2, just very quickly. I know I don't usually do it, but it's a very strong FA, and it's strong going into this division as well. But I liked the fact that 47 points. You've got relegated with 47 points, 12 points off going up.
No way!
Look at that!
Wow.
Very, very tight division, and
that's crazy.
CJ mentioned this, so I said I'd quickly pop on there and have a look. So while we're here, congratulations to Rangers for winning, and the team's coming up. And a quick mention to Forza, who's 6 promotions in a row and is now going to the cauldron of PTFA 1, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare when you've done 6 promotions in a row, I suspect. But it'll be interesting to see how he gets on.
So I'll call it, and I'll officially say that PTFA is the most intimidating.
I think so. But even second bottom in this division has got 43 points. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
So I did say I'd mention that quickly. Right. So FA Cup. Let's have a look. Huish FC were the holders, and Leo Juniors won this one on penalties over Leeds Farsley Celtic, I think. Let's have a look.
Oh.
Close game. Farsley may have edged it overall, judging by the chances. Looks like really close.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama,
doesn't it? Yeah.
Injuries, goals.
Yeah,
crazy.
And yes, late equaliser from Farsley from the spot as well.
Was a penalty.
But in the actual shootout, it was Torino that came out on top.
Did this guy also score in the penalty shootout? Yeah, he also scored the first.
Yes, obviously, yeah. So kept him up there for the first one, but Leo's team held their nerves. So congratulations, Leo. Unlucky Lee. Okay, let's have a look. And the next one, the Community Trophy, and Balkan United, who have obviously moved FA, were the holders here. And legendary Croata have denied Andy any silverware this season by winning the final here. So
he went all attack in the end. Huh?
Got to go for it, haven't you, when you're behind in games? So actually managed to pull one back late on, but obviously not quite enough. So 2 first half goals for legendary Croata have done the job, and they probably just about edged it overall, I think it's fair to say. So strong teams all throughout this division, so it doesn't surprise you when to see other teams winning trophies here. So I know Julian Dragons have won quite a bit lately, but legendary Croata have always picked up the odd bit of silverware, so they'll be very pleased with that, I'm sure. Okay, so that is the PTFA. Moving on to the late evening FA. Now, Italy looking like a bit of a force at the moment. They won it last season, and they've won it again with 93 points. Yes. So they're looking very strong at the moment.
I told you guys last season.
Yeah, you said they'd be good against, and they certainly are. Got a very nice side he's putting together there, Brian. So well done to Brian for winning the league. And Hakuna Matata have got the runners-up spot, and they've definitely won it before. So they're perennial.
Oh yeah, they're always in the top 4. They're always in the top 4.
Usually into the SP Cup spots, and Sensible Soccer the same. Often see them in the SP Cup, and I'm pretty sure they contended for it again this season, as we'll see. And Craggy Island, who had a cracking season last year, have just crept into the top 4, so they'll be happy with that. And Harriers, I know Kev was disappointed just to slip up towards the end of the season, or to slip up or two towards the end of the season. He's missed out on the SP Cup, so I know he's a bit disappointed with that one. But always next season, Kev. Hopefully you make it then. So congratulations to the SP Cup qualifiers there. And obviously, just going down a little bit, there's some good sides of this division as well. Blackfish doing Paris, so, they weren't a million miles back either. So well done to them. Okay, FA Cup, Craigie Polska were the holders. And Sensible Soccer, SP Cup qualifiers, and have added a cup to their cabinet. You can see Paris have really gone at them late on, but I'm guessing this was a change in extra time. They've really gone for it, but looks like Sensible Soccer took over in extra time. And
it's also about the condition of your players. As you can see, Paris, they have the defenders have 70s. They're Gullit had 74. He's the players' conditions must have affected those last moments in the match.
I suspect that's because he's obviously pressing as well. I'm guessing it's probably like that. So that's what you got to try and get back into it. There's no point quietly losing 1-0, is there? You may as well just go for it. So I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that. But Thomas will be happy to get a trophy in the cabinet for Sensible Soccer. And Community Trophy, Rapid Patesti were the holders. Craigie Island just miss out on penalties by the look of it. So Hakuna Matata make up for, there's a theme this season. A lot of the runners-up just missing out on the title have managed to bag one of the cups.
Yes, indeed.
And a very, very tight and cagey final, this one by the look of it, between Father Jack and was it Lady?
What a crazy penalty shootout. Wow.
Yeah, so good.
9-10-9. Yeah, crazy.
Let's see if there are many misses in this one, shall we? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So
they missed.
Oh, is it the keeper that's missed? The keeper's missed, I think. Look at that. It's down to the keepers. You gotta love it. Yeah. So there. It looks like Hakuna Matata's keeper was a better penalty taker. That's the difference.
Wow, I love this. I love this. Wow, that's crazy. That's a very nice finale. Yeah.
Unlucky to Craigie Island. Yeah. So they'll just have to wait till next season for another trophy. And congratulations to Hakuna Matata.
Well done.
Okay, we are getting there, gents. Let's have a look. Watershed FA. Right, now this has been the domain of Eusebio FC, or now Portuguese Conquerors FC. So I don't know if that. Do you think that is a like a name in mourning for missing out on the man himself? I suspect.
Yeah, I think
Costa's probably disappointed to miss his player there.
Yeah, but he said that he was impressed how high the transfer went for. I mean, it was a transfer record, huh?
It was it must be by 20 million, something like that. It was crazy, wasn't it?
Crazy,
but I mean, the big players, I suspect that's going to happen. That you can either have a big player, or you settle for a few, maybe not quite as massive. So I think the wages are just going to be intense for those. It'll be interesting to see how much that turns out as when he's like mid-20s.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but it is after Portuguese Conquerors' 8 seasons in a row run. Someone has had to take it away from him, and it is Polar Bear Express who have emerged from the pack to win this one. I think that's is that Finchy? I think so. So congratulations to them.
Congratulations, yeah.
Yeah, and Fiorentina gave them a decent run for their money, but have come up just short, as well as Woken Giants. And Costa has managed to sneak. He was definitely a few below this, and I think he was, maybe had a bit of a clear out of his players and to try and get some money together. And it's cost him a bit, but he has just recovered enough to sneak into the top 4 and seen off Craigie Polska, FC Biscuit, Borussia
Teeth,
and Legend of Ron Burgundy. Yeah, so they weren't a million miles off those teams. Actually, quite a tight race there.
So this is a new era, as I tweeted. I think this is a new chapter now in the WFA. I mean, after 8 titles in a row, I don't know if anyone's gonna break this record.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do. So it's quite tough to be consistent for that long, and it's not like it's not an easy FA. This one either. It's one of the bigger FAs, so it's that's a really good record. I think it has to be said and should be drawn attention to. Be interesting to see if he gets it back again, or if his era is over. We shall see.
Look, a couple of users did message me, and they said fair play to them. I mean, and they said that the only reason Eusebio didn't win it was because he sold a few of his main players so he can get Eusebio. So he had to restructure a bit. His team. He was missing 2 or 3 maybe.
Maybe, but I don't think we can take too much away from an 85 points there. So I think he might have been struggling anyway. We'll see. Interesting,
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. We'll never know, I guess. So well done to Polar Bear Express. Okay, let's have a look. FA Cup. Craigie Island were the holders. They obviously moved FA. This is a new name. I'm not sure. Port Vale.
No. I know them, but
Oh, you do?
they're. I think they must have moved to this league because I've seen this name. I mean, I'm now noticing they're Division 3.
Let's have a look. Shall
They
we?
must have been playing in the top tiers.
Well, I don't know. They were pretty early on in their career here. 4 seasons in.
No,
So
you're right. They are a new user. Okay,
they were
wow.
in the PTFA. They've moved over. So that's a hell of an effort in that case. Then, very well done. To love to see. I love to see some of the newer users getting a glory. Let's have a look at their game.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Awoken Giants will be disappointed.
What a score!
Yeah, hell of a start to the game. 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. So that set up the kind of game it was going to be, I guess. And Christian Gotthard is the hero for Port Vale. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in WFA 2 next season. They obviously got a bit about them to end up winning this one. Pretty close game. The score is definitely harsh on Awoken Giants. But I think the sending off has probably caused the score to be harsher. But
I sympathise with Awoken Giants. He's got a Greek duo up front, Liberopoulos and Machlas. I'm guessing we're not known for our strikers. But he has Del Piero, though, so that must have helped. But
yeah.
So, I mean, well done to Port Vale. I mean, wow, crazy.
Yep.
New user, and he's done fantastically.
Yeah, great effort. Very well done to him. Community Trophy, Portuguese Conquerors were the holders of this one as well. And another unusual name. This is good to see some different teams winning trophies in this FA, actually. KRS Sabres, who are a Division 2 team, all Division 2 final this one. So I think this is another indication of the strength of the FA when you get some of the non-top division teams competing in the finals here. So like I say, in the TFA, similar thing happened. It seems to be happening here as well.
Yes.
So congratulations to KRS Sabres. Looks like a belting game. Bloxvich had a cracking start to the game as well. So they were 2 up, and then I've just noticed harsh sending off. 2-0 up, you get a sending off, and I can imagine KRS Sabres gradually keep working. Oh, they weren't 2-0 up. Sorry, they were 2-1 up. Eventually, bang, 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 they managed to break them down and win the game. So congratulations to KRS Sabres. And unlucky to Bloxwich Town. May have been your trophy.
I mean, it was 3-1 on the 80th minute. You know, you're saying, okay, I've got this, right? You know, it's 3-1.
2-1, I think. There's they got one.
You scored another goal over there. Okay,
But still, you're hoping to hold on at that point, aren't you? So unlucky to Bloxwich. That looks a bit unfortunate. Congratulations to KRS Sabres. Was that the community trophy? It was, right. Mm-hmm. Finally, last but not least, the Night Owl FA, and TJ, I think, has retained his title in here. So, 9 points ahead of Panthers FC. Well done to TJW Wanderers, who are always there or thereabouts in the Night Owl FA. So, congratulations to him. Unlucky to Panthers. Is that another Greek team, Con, I think?
Yes, Panthers is it's a one-nation club, and they've bought a lot of Reborn Legends, Greek Reborn Legends, and this is another prediction I'm going to make. This guy is going to go against Italy, against Prion. One day they're going to be the 2 biggest teams in the game world. That's what I think. Because he has a lot of young players, and if he's doing this well at this young age, they can only get better.
Be interesting to see if you're right. So, okay. Good effort from Rogue and Cellar Stars to secure that 3rd spot, and Methos and Smokers Athletic take that 4th spot. 5th place goes to I can never remember how to pronounce that team name. Nick, how do you pronounce this city? It's a city in Poland, isn't it? Am I right? I think it is.
Warsaw, I don't know.
Warsaw, something like that. Who knows? Okay. I don't think I'm known for my pronunciation, so I'll just leave it there, shall I? And Hell FC miss out on the top 4 this season. They're usually top 4 contenders, so it'll be interesting to see if they bounce back. Gravelona and Croydon And AFA, who I think were in the top 4 last season.
It's the guys who I call New York, Los Angeles for some reason.
Yeah, whether it is or not,
sure.
we don't know. Yeah. So congratulations, TJ, and the other SP Cup qualifiers. That's why we know them, because they won the cup. Look, both cups. So they were the holders, and they have managed to hold on. So we're talking a cup team here. New York, LA. Yeah, that's what we're calling them, even if it's not. So, looks like deserved winners. Scoreline a little harsh, I think, over Metairie FC. I think that is. So unlucky to them. Obviously, Metairie done well to reach the final. Probably not one of the title chasers. So they'll be disappointed to lose, but it's a good effort to make it. Looks like a first half onslaught from NY LA has won this one. Okay. And let's check the community trophy. So they didn't win this one, but another big win in the final for this time for TJ Wanderers. So a double of sorts with the community trophy, and one of Nick's favourite team names in the game, Ninja Pigs, got to the final, but they have another team from the lower reaches of the top division. But yeah, it's always good to get to the final, but they'll be disappointed, and injury to their goalkeeper has probably not helped them in this one, I'd suspect. Early injury to the keeper has probably not helped them. Don't know whether they were online or not to play it, but they obviously haven't changed him, so that's probably a mistake. But it may not have been there to play it. So
I'd love to see this team in real life if it ever existed. I mean, look, Bebeto, Kewell, and Paul Ince, and who's that? Jalma Santos. Yeah, I mean, wow, very nice team.
Yeah, looks very, very tasty, doesn't it? Okay, all right. I think that's all the FA's done now. So hope you guys enjoyed the roundup. Without further ado, let's hand back over to Nick for round 2 of the quiz.
Okay, just getting on the quiz channel. I'm there. Okay, so the second part is national team football. Post the scores, sure. Yeah. Have you got them to hand to post them?
I have them. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the second part is national team football. It's just general knowledge, and let's get on with it. So the first question is: the highest scoring game in World Cup finals history was played between which 2 nations? And there's 1 point for each nation that you guess. So there's 2 points on offer here.
Yeah. So just to be clear, this is the finals, not qualifiers, obviously.
I remember that Germany-Saudi Arabia match, but I think actually they're looking on there's a number of matches that have more goals than that, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Have they come through yet? I haven't seen them.
No, I'm checking. Yeah.
Almost Toxic Monkey, but there's one more.
There is one.
Yep, there we go. Marshmallow Man's on form today. He's got one. Switzerland.
Yeah.
I guess it's going to come through, so I'll say that he gets the point for Switzerland. So obviously that's should make getting the other team a little bit easier potentially.
No one's got it yet.
Okay. Oh,
he's got both.
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't expect Austria, Switzerland today to have the highest score.
Was it something like 7-5, wasn't it? Something like that, I think, if I remember when I did this question.
I wonder if Rogue Googled it but accidentally read it as Australia instead of Austria.
Maybe.
Yeah. So Marshmallow leads now with 3 points.
Yeah, well done. Did you put the answer in there, Nick, so people could see?
Yeah. So he's got both the points. So
yeah.
I'll put the actual.
Yeah, just saying put the game in.
Sorry, I haven't put the historical reference. Here we go. Next question: who scored a goal after just 11 seconds in the 2002 World Cup to help defeat South Korea?
need to read the question. It's the person you need.
There we go. Yeah.
Cheese has got there first, just ahead of Dorg. Arctic Monkey a little bit unlucky. Got the right team, but just it's who scored the goal.
Have a little battle between Cheese and Marshmallow Man. 3 points each.
So Cheese gets the point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, next question. The Charlton brothers won the World Cup with England in 1966. Who were the only other brothers to have appeared in a World Cup final winning team? Somebody... Is there a reason why Cheese doesn't get the point?
I'll have a quick
I
look.
haven't seen the answer.
Cheese, Suker there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dorg got it just after him. I don't know. Has anyone else got it first? I don't think so.
No.
No. Cheese was the first there.
I had no idea of this answer.
No, but a little clue we could give here if.
Is that the clue?
Yeah, well, I was going to, but someone else, but Mike's put something in that might give it away.
Peter
Cowan's got it. Yeah, it was. I was going to say one of the players has been added recently as a reborn legend, which is name's Fritz Walter. A very, very good player.
Right. Obviously, that's one.
So that was a point for Peter Cowan.
Okay.
Next question. Which city comes next in this list? Munich, Buenos Aires, Madrid, Mexico City, Rome, Pasadena.
Peter Cowan's there again. He's worked it out,
Nice.
obviously. Let's get it that quick.
You wouldn't think Pasadena is a footballing city, but
With this question, I nearly did the one after this because I thought that'd be much harder. But I thought it might just be too hard. Because after that, the next city is Yokohama or something like that, I think. So I thought that might be a bit over tricky, but I'm sure someone would have got it.
Peter gets a point again, right?
Yep. So that was the venue of the World Cup finals, basically.
yep.
Okay. So this is the last question of the part 2 of the quiz, and there's five answers. We're doing it again. We say every month we're not going to do this.
Yeah. So Con, you need to help me.
I've prepared. I've prepared. I wrote all the answers on a piece of paper, so I'm looking at them.
We're prepared this time, so hopefully we'll be okay. Other than Stuart Pearce and Chris Waddle, famously in 1990, name the other 5 players who have missed penalties for England in World Cup penalty shootouts. And the names are just everybody's just going to guess everything.
Yeah, sorry about this. Southgate was the Euros. Marshmallow Man's got Batty.
And do we give that one? Yeah, I guess we give Vince as well.
Yeah, Cheese has got Ince. Yeah. There's a few people putting Shearer and
got
Rooney
Lampard,
and stuff like
Slackturn. Got Lampard, Slackturn.
Yeah. Don't forget this is shootouts for those who.
Cheese gets Gerrard, right?
Yep. I can't see anyone before him.
Is it just Steve? Huh? Steve. Okay.
And Gabriel gets Batty, or was that already?
I think Batty was already done.
It's already
taken.
Okay, so there's only one left, right?
Yeah.
There's one left, and if you guys check, I'm scanning back up just in case somebody already got it.
Yeah, you scan back up.
Dog got it. Now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're good, Con. You know who got what?
I got yeah. Just what's Steve's full name? Just Steve. Just because we also have our Steve. Is it Steve Cred or is it another Steve? I think we have two Steves.
Right, I'm just looking down. So Stay Puft Marshmallow Man got Batty. Then Cheese got Ince. Then
Steve Cred. Okay, it's Steve Cred. All right, I'm just.
Who got the next one? Slackturn got Lampard. Was Lampard one of them? Or
Yep.
have I got that wrong? Yep.
Yeah.
Cheese got Gerrard.
No, Cheese didn't get anything.
No, Cheese has got 2 here. I don't know where you got Steve Cred from, but Cheese has got Ince and Cheese has got Gerrard. And who's the last one? Sorry. So who got Carragher at the end? Dog got Carragher. There you go.
Dog got Carragher. Marshmallow got Ince and Batty. Right? It was in the very beginning. Marshmallow got those 2.
No. Marshmallow got
yeah.
Batty. Marshmallow got Batty, but Cheese got Ince.
No. He typed it. If you check, but he just had a little typo. He wrote
but he did it after Cheese. Look, if you look up, Cheese has said Ince just before Marshmallow Man. There you go. And it's on my. I don't know if it's different on your stream, but it's on mine. So the Ince is first, but Cheese.
No. You need to go up higher. The very first sentence. Stay
ink.
Puft Marshmallow.
Do we give him that?
And then he tried again below. He wrote ink again. He missed the E. You see? So obviously he's trying to write Ince, but he's
All right. Yeah. I think he probably gets that. Sorry, Cheese. You're going to miss this one.
No, I probably said it because on my screen it's the other way around.
Yeah. We should never do these 5 answer questions.
Next time I'm going to say we're not doing this question. So we thought because we all knew off the top of our head what the 5 answers were, we'd be able to handle it. But it seems just seems that as soon as there's a question like this, everybody just names every English player they've ever heard of.
Happens every time.
So you know what? It's going to be a bit controversial now because Marshmallow now leads with 5 points and Cheese now has 3. Otherwise, it would have been 4-4. So,
Cheese likes the last round anyway. So, all right.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Did you type the answers in chat so everyone saw them, Nick? Or there we go.
Yeah.
So it's Batty, Ince, Lampard, Gerrard, and Carragher.
That's the last question of this. This part.
Right now, after that debacle, which we always like to put one of those in every time, don't we, Con? So. Right, let's move on to the next part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, where are we? We are looking at the inter-competitions. So, for the new guys, Samparel Cup is the top competition in the game. It's the competition everyone tries to qualify for, and it holds the most rep. So let's have a look. Samparel Cup winners this season are Control Alt Elite, which is, I believe, the all-Ukrainian side. That's Dorg's team, I think. And it's beaten Thomas's Sensible Soccer in the final. So I think they're both debutants in the final, if you know what I mean. I don't think they've got this far before. So all to play for. And the team who've nailed it on the day are Control Alt Elite. But this looks like a belting game for the final. I'd quite like to watch this one. Control Alt Elite, 2-0 lead. Sensible Soccer bring it back to 2-2 before half time. Just a little coding label there we need to correct. Control Alt Elite take a 3-2 lead. Sensible Soccer 3-0. Goes to extra time. Let's keep getting the noses in front. Yeah.
It would be nice to have done live commentary for this, huh?
Yeah,
look at this. A lot of drama,
I think
injuries, everything. Extra time has it all. Very nice.
A cracker. Yeah. And Igor Belanov hat-trick. So he's the hero. Great effort from Control Alt Elite, who were certainly an all-Ukrainian team. Let's see if they still are. So all the better achievements. So well done.
Is it the first ever One Nation club to lift the Sunspariel? Maybe.
I think so. Yeah. I don't think he's been. I think he's been in the SP Cup before, but I don't think he's been close. So this is he's come out of left field. This one. So great.
Does this prove that One Nation club can perform at the highest? It does. Huh?
Yeah, it certainly does.
It's hardly the easiest nation to. I mean, there's obviously many nations that are far worse, but it's hardly like it's
it's all Brazil.
Handful of nations. There's Brazil and England and the nations that have a lot of players, I guess. got more to choose from. So
yeah, so great respect to Dorg there. It's a great effort with a One Nation side to actually win the biggest trophy in the game. So so very well done to him. And unlucky to Thomas getting the final of the SP Cup. That's a terrific effort. I'm sure you'll have another chance at some point. So well done. Let's pop it there. I'm pretty sure that's Controller Elite's first SP. Certainly is.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
Sensible Soccer have actually been to the final before, so apologies, Thomas, if you were listening. I didn't realise you'd been to the final before. So, yeah, 2 runners up now. We'll be hoping to go one better at some point. Cup Holders Cup. Let's have a look at that one, shall we? In fact, I always do the... I'm just going to quickly do it, because the SP Cup, I always have a quick look at the semi-finalists, because I think they deserve a mention having gotten that far. Game of Thrones probably want to forget about their semi-final. So a good effort from Tino to get all the way to the semis, and Craggy Island do the holders, I think. Got all the way to the semis before Sensible Soccer knocked them out, so well done to them. Right, Cup Holders Cup. Gabriel won it last year with Vultures, and it is Vianellos. Loris and the Vianellos have come on top over AFC Lowestoft. And I tell you what, they had a defensive masterclass in the final by the look of it. Kept them to one shot. That's very impressive. Looks like Lowestoft got a little bit unlucky in this game. They've had 3 injuries there. That's
wow.
That's pretty tough to deal with. Loris obviously had 1 himself, but I think it just removes your tactical options if you got 3 injured, and he's actually left them on the pitch as well. So I don't. Maybe
the green injury, it's also a bit of decision making. You're not sure, should I remove him straight away? Should I keep him a little bit more? So, it's a bit of a...
couple of first half injuries, and he's carrying them a little bit, 55 and 59% and 56%. Yeah, it looks like, I think I'd be thinking about hauling them off, but it does take away all your tactical options if you do, doesn't it?
I mean,
it's a big decision.
He did make some subs. He made some subs, but he didn't remove these guys. He kept them on.
Probably big players for him, I guess, and didn't want to lose them. So, it's one of those decisions you have to make, isn't it? You really have to decide whether, is he too good for me to take off, or am I better off just replacing him? It's I
wonder if maybe he didn't have a centre half on the bench as well.
Yeah, certainly possible.
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Certainly, both your centre halves. That's a bit of a.
They might have been the first 2 with the knocks, and the other one might have been the later. Honestly, I have no idea.
Difficult to know, isn't it? No, you're right. The first 2 with the knocks were the centre halves. So,
because it does seem pretty weird that you would.
You'd sub someone else, but not these guys.
Yeah.
But I can understand if you don't have a centre half on the bench. So lesson learned: always have a centre half.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations to Loris, though. That's a great effort. Cup Holders Cup final. So he'll be very pleased with that. He just missed out on the top 4 in the TFA. So in the end, so he'll be very pleased to get one of the major trophies in the bag. I'll mention the semi-finalists as ever. Borussia Teeth, who moved FA as we discussed, another 1-0 win for Vianellos. So well done to them. Did they concede a goal at all? Look, 3-0 here. Let's have a look. 2-0 in the second round. Where's the first round? 3. They ruined it. They conceded goals in the first round. Very good defensive masterclass from Vianellos. And Lowestoft knocked out Craigie Polskar. So let's go back to the overview. And the 90-minute FIFA Cup. So Italy with the holders, I think I saw. And an absolute thrashing in the final here. Great season for legendary Croata, who picked up a domestic trophy as well. And they have had a very good day at the office in this one by a little bit. Most of the damage done second half, so I'm guessing that Enhat Cavey just said, right, so we're going to go for this. They've 2-0 down, I think, there after the penalty, so 0-0 for quite a long way into it. But and then
they had legendary Croata. They had 14 goals in the last 3 matches in the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. They had 14 goals.
Nice.
So huge.
So
and Kostic scored 4 goals. So I guess
absolutely.
That
probably helps, doesn't it? Yeah. So well done to legendary Croata. That's a great effort, and I'm sure the scoreline is harsh, obviously, but I think what's the point in getting to the final if you're not going to try and win it? You may as well at least try. If you're 2-0 down at half time, just go for it. Mm-hmm. Don't matter in a cup game if you lose 7-0 or 1-0, does it? You either win or you lose. So may as well try. It's a very difficult final to get to, the 90-minute Fever Cup final, so you've got to go for it. Legendary Croata took out Den Blades in the semi-final, and one of your rivals, Ray Doxia, got to the semi-final in the other half of the draw, and then KV took him out. So, finally, last but not least, the Legends Cup, which is a very tough competition as well. And good effort. It's one of my rivals in the TFA, Frankie and Real Shedikus, who I know is very, very pleased to get this trophy in the bag, as you would be. And anytime you can get one of these major trophies, you've got to be really happy with yourself. So, I'm sure he's delighted with that. And Darko will be disappointed to miss out. He's won some big trophies before.
Year. He's had a good season. He won another domestic cup.
Yeah, he's been right up there, hasn't he, in all the competitions? But it's just, he's taken one of them. But in another season, he maybe could have had 2 or 3. So, but it looks like Shedikus edged it. The scoreline looks harsh, but you've got to probably guess that that Darko may have gone for it a little bit second half, and that's probably accentuated the scoreline. So it's 1-1 at half time, and Shedikus got in the lead. So you've got to go for it after when you're behind in games. So well done, Frankie. Well done, Shedikus. Let's see who just got to the semis.
Valuable reputation points for your FA, but not that your FA needs it.
Of course it does. It all helps. All helps. After mine and Rico's shown in the SP Cup, where we basically just were out before it started. I think we both lost our first three games, so we need some points from somewhere. Just to mention the semi-finalists quickly, Balkan took out Villanelles, who had a very successful campaign, as you can see, and Shedikus took out Midnight Oil, who had a very, very good season themselves. They ended up runners-up in their league and semi-final in this competition. So, well done to them. Okay, right, that concludes the roundup. Hope you guys, we didn't bore you too much and you enjoyed it, and try to give as many people as possible a mention.
Maybe check the youth cups as well, real quick.
Yes. Apologies. I always do check the youth cups. Thank you for reminding me, Con. A lot of people put quite a lot into the youth competition, so they do deserve a mention. And what's the betting that Jens is getting involved with somewhere?
Jens got it again, probably.
Not this time. Hell of a season for Gabriel, because he's won his FA, and he's clearly got some very good players coming through, because he's taken down the might of Jens in the youth league. Look at that gap between the top 2 and the rest. I
guess here you can see, into the future who's going to be the future champions.
If they can keep their sides together, but I can imagine to be able to have sides that good in the under-21 level, I bet their wage bills are horrendous. But who knows? I don't know.
But it paid off for Vultures this season. He finally got the league. So
it's all about getting trophies in the bag, and these two have clearly got good sides prepared for future seasons as well. So well done to Vultures, unlucky to Woodburn on this occasion. And the cup was won by Slovan Immortals last time. It's another TFA team. And Paris 11, who just missed out on the SP Cup this season, have beaten African Youth Club 4-3 in the final. So good final, that one. Well done to them.
So I take it African Youth Club doesn't have a senior squad? I guess not.
Who knows? Yes. Let's have a very quick look. Looks like they do actually. But let's assume they're focused on youth and they're an all-African team. So good effort. Okay, and finally, let's have a very quick look at the under 18s. Oh, sorry, wrong page. Under 18s, Division 1. Leo Juniors, Torino Calcio had it last year, but Woodburn Black. So Jens does have a hell of a lot of youth players. I can imagine the largest wage bill in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And we see Torino again in the top 4, and we see Vultures again in the top 4.
So there's some Villanelles again who have had some success. So and a couple of different names coming up here. S&D Stars, Panthers, Eastbrook. I think you mentioned Panthers and Gulpasani all clearly have some decent youth players coming through. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on them. FA Cup, who were the holders? Vultures have added to their ever-growing trophy cabinet with a win over Mashelogy FC. Close game, not much in it.
No.
Yeah, couple of second half goals win it for Vultures. So thanks for the reminder there, Con. I had forgotten about that, so appreciate the reminder on that one. Right, we're getting close to the end of the show now, so let's get on with the quiz before without any further ado. Over to you, Nick.
Yeah, let me very quickly just put the scoreboard. So Marshmallow leads with 5 points, and Cheese follows. Here we go. This is the score.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So this is the last section of the quiz. It's a Who Am I section. We give 5 clues, and after the first clue, if you get the answer, you get 5 points, and after the second clue, you get 4. Third clue 3, fourth clue 2, and if you get it after the 5th clue, which is generally a clue that makes it pretty obvious what the answer is, hopefully. No one's got it yet, it's 1 point. So potentially, if you can get a couple of these answers after just 1 or 2 clues, you can win it just on that alone, potentially.
Gabriel's saying he's got a point there, by the way. I don't know if you missed that one.
Apologies. Yeah, I was typing so many names. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Gabriel. So yeah, you also have 1 point.
Yeah. If we need a stewards inquiry at the end, we'll have a look at the chat logs, or rather Nick will. Congratulations, Nick. Someone needs to win by a lot, so you don't have to.
Right. So, and I think just to remind, especially anyone listening to this for the first time, all of the answers in this section, they're one of the 100 Reborn Legends that were added this month. So there's only 100 possible answers to these. So, first, let's get on with the first one. Who am I? I wore the shirt number 55 with a plus sign in the middle between the 2 5s, I presume, because my preferred shirt number 10 was already taken.
I remember seeing this, but I can't actually think who it was. So I wouldn't be any good at this one.
After 3 years of absence from football, I returned and played for a conference team. In my debut for Burnley, I got sent off in the 2nd minute for headbutting an opponent.
Nice.
Do we have any Burnley
In
fans?
2000, I broke the Leicester City transfer record.
I can be, yeah, Cheese got it.
Adi Akinbaye.
I can buy, okay. So that's 2 points for Cheese. Yeah. And he's level points with Marshmallow.
Well, this is the part where he seems to get the
Yeah,
points.
this is a cheese round, isn't it? I can't see Lax online. I haven't seen Lax either, so I'm guessing he's not here to challenge him this month. Someone else has got to step up.
They do. He's written this one. I thought this is supposed to be a family show, isn't it? Gosh. Who am I?
The Reborn Legends are Cons.
Yeah, is it this one? Is it Cons, is it? Okay, I have to have a word with Con after. In 2014, I launched a business selling flavoured condoms.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Oh, jeez. How did he know that?
Okay.
Already. Lego,
gosh.
if you're not seeing any other answers, you're probably best off logging out and logging back in again. That usually fixes the chat.
Okay, that was 5 points for
what it is.
Cheese.
There's a clear command, actually. It might be a good time to make people know of its existence. Is it /clear or something else? I can't remember.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if Steve, I don't know if you want to actually hit enter, but you might just want to type it on your keyboard. Do you know if it's existent, Steve? Even?
I've not used it, but
you can do like forward, /,
like this,
and then clear.
Like
and
that,
then hit enter, and it will actually, it'll clear it'll reset the chat in case it's not working for you. So you don't actually have to restart your. I don't know if you want to do it now, by the way. I'm just.
Better not, so we can find it.
Just for people to know if that one didn't exist. Yeah, we need 2 quizzes in the future, one for Cheese and one for everyone else. All right, next question. Well, there's still a few left. There's still more than a few actually. So there's definitely.
Chances.
Yeah, it's definitely lots of opportunities still. Who am I? I used to cut the sleeves from my jersey and wore the number 16. After retirement, I began a career in motorsport. I think Con follows this stuff. Well, I don't know who this. Am I supposed to know who this person is, Con? I was once married with, or two. This should be probably 2. I was once married to model Linda Evangelista. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, she was quite famous back at the time. I don't know.
Did I say her name properly, though?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. So, Sichev,
who got it first?
Sichev got it just
Sichev.
before the question. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got it before that one came out, so he gets it.
So that's 4 points. Well done.
Oh, okay, 4 points for who? Sorry.
Sichev. I don't know if I pronounce it well, but
Sytchev. Sichev.
And actually, they all flowed in, didn't they? Everybody. You can see a few people.
Yeah.
That was the clue that did it, I guess. But he got it just before.
Okay, next question. Who am I? I accumulated 35 years of service to my club as a player and later as a manager. Oh, I'm not sure if we'd know. I better quickly get the next question is because honestly, it could be people could say stuff with it.
Someone might get lucky.
Although 5'6" in height, I was known for my headers. I'll just quickly give that next clue.
I know who that is now. So I remember reading it.
Oh, Cheese. Oh no.
Cheese always gets them, doesn't he?
Ruin it.
I think Cheese actually does have a good read of these things. To be fair, because I know that because I read it as well on the wiki. So I'm guessing Cheese has done the same.
So that's 4 points for Cheese, and he leads with 14. Marshmallow has 5. Sichev is 4.
You might have to consider a handicapping mechanism or something. Once somebody's won it.
Cheese gets half points. Yeah. But what if he still won it? Wouldn't everyone else be a tad embarrassed? So yeah, I'm not sure we want to go down that route.
Next question. Who am I? I once said I wanted to be the Dennis Rodman of football. Lol. Okay. 5 points for Cheese. All right.
Man.
I think it's. Okay.
I think that
there's a few conceding speeches going on here, concession speeches, isn't there?
we might.
No, he still hasn't won it mathematically, so it's
still possible for somebody else. But I'm just thinking we probably need like a runner-up prize or something in the future.
A small queue.
Yeah, I said that we might entertain the idea of a lowercase q for the runner-up. We'll look into it. Next question. As a teenager, I worked in a toy factory.
Okay, if he gets this one right away as well, I don't know what to say.
He's put an answer just in case.
I was once player manager of Kettering Town.
Oh, we have a Kettering Town
There
fan.
is a Kettering Town fan here. CJ's Kettering, isn't he? So if he's listening, maybe he can nab a point here.
Oh, Dugan. Rogue got it.
Okay, Rogue also has some points already, so that's 4 points for Rogue.
Nearly there. What's the
Okay,
score?
next
Lego's asking
question.
for the score. Is it mathematically over?
You know what? It might be.
Rogue winner.
It might be. It might be. Now, Rogue has now 5 points in total with the 4 points that he just got. Marshmallow has 5. Sitchef has 4. So that means that Cheese, with 19 points, he probably, he got it. How many questions do we have? 2 questions
2.
left. Okay. Yeah. So
Game over, I think. Yeah.
game over. Yeah, Cheese got it. 19 points.
Well done, Cheese. Congratulations. Right. Next month, I want somebody to just sit there most months just learn each of the wiki pages. Come on. One of you has got to sacrifice yourself and just sit there learning the wiki entries for next month just to stop Cheese getting that cue.
Or
One of you
we'll
can do it.
we'll send a message to everyone announcing secret time of the quiz, and will not notify Cheese.
There's no way that Cheese is Googling the... I mean, he might have been Googling some of the other general knowledge ones potentially, although we do try to purposely ask stuff that we can't easily find on Google ourselves. But those Reborn Legend ones, you can't Google it that fast. So he's read... I'm sure he's reading the articles before the quiz show.
Yeah, and that's the idea. So everyone has the same
Either that,
opportunity to do that, don't they?
He just knows an awful lot about football, or a combination of the two. But there's no way that you're going to know things like whether somebody's worked in a toy factory or something, or...
So,
Look, we might change the format for this, but I think in the first instance, maybe we do need a runner-up prize.
Let's see how it goes next month. Let's see if someone can step up. Right, so yeah, well done, Les. Thanks for that, Nick. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed that quiz. We're coming to the end of the show. Nick, anything you wanted to let everyone know before we sign off for the evening?
Just a reminder that there's obviously season finishing the monthly maintenance stuff tomorrow, so I'm sure everybody who's played for a while is well aware of that, but new users may not be. I don't remember the time off the top of my head. There's a forum post with the times. I think it's from 8 PM or something like that. Do you guys know? Did you read it?
We can look it up very quickly if you want.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm looking it up quickly myself now. Yeah, it's 8 PM UTC, and we have. I mean, if something goes wrong, it can be it's just whenever it's ready. But I think the last few months in a row, it has been back up not a lot after midnight UTC. So hopefully we'll continue in that good form. And Steve and I actually recorded a podcast about national teams, the national teams feature earlier today. So we'll be releasing that tomorrow. I think that's it, really.
Yep. So get our shameless plug in for the National Teams podcast, guys. So hopefully that'll give you something. I know the last day of the season is a quiet day, so hopefully that'll give you something to get your teeth into, guys. So right, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Con, and thank you for everyone for joining in with the quiz. Well done to Cheese for winning. Right, I guess that's the end of the show. We'll see you next time.